If you think your phone is bad at leaking your private data, at least it doesn't share information about your sex life, like your car is doing. Yes, you heard that right. So, buckle up, things are gonna get weird. Let's start with why you should care. I don't know about you, but I've never once heard somebody say to me, "Oh goody, my car insurance rate has gone up." Not once. Now we know that car insurance rate increases based on loads of factors, even though your car's value goes down over time. One of these factors is based on how you drive and where you drive. But how do companies even know that? Well, right now, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has filed a lawsuit alleging that Allstate Insurance and its data subsidiary Arity paid millions of dollars to app developers such as Life360, GasBuddy, Fuel Rewards, and Rootly that secretly recorded your driving. Every 15 seconds and without your consent, your data was sent to the insurance company. Allstate collected trillions of miles worth of location data from 45 million consumers nationwide. And if that's not bad enough, the lawsuit also alleges that Allstate also purchased location data directly from Toyota, Lexus, Mazda, Chrysler, Dodge, Fiat, Jeep, Maserati, and Ram. But hold on, how do all these cars companies have your data to sell, and why the heck are they even allowed to sell it in the first place? And what happens if you don't even have any of those apps? Well, it's not only apps on your phone that spy on you, but your actual car does so as well. You see, our cars are essentially drivable computers, and they are constantly collecting data about everything. Some of it is technical data, such as diagnostic data or the vehicle health data. This could be the battery status, information about your engine, brakes, recall tracking, and service issues. This kind of data is fine as it keeps our cars safer. However, that is not all that is being collected. Cars can collect your location data, your route history, and even the way you drive, such as too much speed, too much braking, loads of acceleration. It also collects your personal data, such as who you are and your financial information that was used when purchasing the car. Cars these days have cameras, so it collects that data. And get this, some car companies such as Nissan and Kia mention that they can collect information about your sexual activities or sex life in their privacy policy. Like, what the excuse the pun. To be fair, when I looked up Nissan's privacy policy, I couldn't actually find reference to it today, but thankfully we have the Wayback Machine, and sure enough, it was there in 2023. But it gets even worse. The car collects all this info not only from the built-in sensors, but from various other methods. This includes things like GPS navigation and your satellite radio such as Sirius XM. Many cars have infotainment systems with built-in apps and tracking systems like OneStar. All that data is collected and sent over. And of course, the big one, if you connect your phone to the car, then it has access to things like call logs, messages, personal preferences. In some cases, it can even see your social media and even photos. This data collection is so bad that the FTC actually ordered GM to stop collecting and selling drivers' data. The proposed settlement bars GM from sharing drivers' sensitive information for 5 years, and GM has to improve its data handling transparency whilst giving users more control over their information. That is mind-blowing. In 2023, Privacy Not Included from Mozilla said that cars are the worst product category we've ever reviewed for privacy. And all 25 car brands failed miserably in their data protection tests. They collected too much data. 84% share or sell your data, and 92% give you little or no control over your data. Tesla was the worst, and Nissan earned its second to last place for collecting some of the creepiest categories of data we have ever seen. And the big question that we are all asking is, what can we do about this right now? Well, firstly, head over to privacyforcars.com. And at the top, click on For Consumers, click on Vehicle Privacy Report, and it will show you all the bits of data that this particular vehicle actually collects. And it gets that information from the public documents, in other words, the terms of services that you agreed to when you got your vehicle. So let's have a look through some of them. You've got here location. And this is important. Look at this. It may collect your location data. That's what it says. But here's the interesting bit. Regardless of location settings. So does that mean even if we tell it not to collect it, it still does? That's just insane. Now, synced phones is very important. You definitely want to go through that one. Affiliates. It may share your personal data with its affiliates. And service providers, same thing. It may share your personal data with service providers, which includes advertising and digital analytics companies. Like what? And then, of course, it's going to share it with government. So this report is pretty important to do on your vehicle. If you download their app, you can enter your car's details, select the system that your car has, and then follow the steps to reset it. Next, don't connect your car to any dealer app or portal. If you do want this functionality, at the very least, go into the app permissions, make sure you go through every single one of them and select Don't Allow. Now, ideally, don't connect your phone to your car at all. Realistically, this is not really practical as we need our navigations and obviously being able to talk hands-free whilst driving. So if you do connect, make sure you go through those permissions manually as well. Now, Apple CarPlay also has something similar. I just don't have an Apple device that is connected to my car, but it's pretty much the same functionality, the same permission stories. Next up. Ask your dealership to disable the built-in SIM card that is in your car. This may or may not be possible, but it's worth asking, and I personally suggest that you get that in writing. And speaking of routing, you can send a request to your car's manufacturer to send you whatever data they have on you. You're going to need to Google your car's brand and find out how to request this information, as each state is different. And of course, if you're not in the US, there are different regulations there too. I will say that I am seeing some manufacturers who are starting to take steps in the right direction to take our data privacy seriously. But as of right now, unfortunately, this is the Wild West and we're severely limited in what we can and cannot do. Which means we cannot really opt out of all these services. So, until stricter rules come out, we need to be really aware that our privacy is out of our control in our vehicles. And we have to assume that they have access to everything. Just read the privacy policy for each service that you sign up for to see exactly what I'm talking about. So this is bad, but I'm really interested to know what your thoughts are about this. Are you going to make any changes in the way that you deal with your car, or just accept that it is what it is? Let me know in the comments. And check out what I found when I rented a car in this video right over here. Give this video a quick thumbs up before you head out, and I'm going to see you in this video. Let's go.